The Mini 5-door hatch has opened up ownership of the classic Mini model to more people than ever before, and this revised version has sharpened up its act. It's not inexpensive, and this F55 series design is still pretty compact, but specified correctly, it's a difficult car not to like.
Can a bigger Mini ever feel like a proper Mini should? Fun, frisky and up for anything? Well, this 5-door hatch model manages that despite its longer wheelbase and its extra weight. There's the darty steering and the quick fire throttle response that Mini owners love. Another Mini trait, an unyieldingly bumpy ride over poor surfaces. Well, that isn't quite so welcome, but you can lessen the impact of that by specifying variable damping and sticking to smaller wheel sizes. Mechanical changes to this facelifted F55 series design: a few. The 1.5 litre 3-cylinder petrol unit, now used in the base 102 HP Mini 1, as well as the 136 HP Cooper model, has received a few efficiency tweaks. The 2 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, used for the top 192 HP Cooper S variant we're trying here, has been comprehensively refettled. Plus, the optional Steptronic dual-clutch auto gearbox now has 7 speeds. None of which changes the recipe on offer too much. As before, we don't like the rather bulky manual gear change, but we are impressed not only with this car's cornering agility and urban manoeuvrability, but also with its surprising aptitude for longer trips. That's down to impressive levels of refinement. The engines are pretty efficient too. This Cooper S model's 2 litre petrol unit returns NEDC2 rated figures of up to 42.8 mpg on the combined cycle and up to 129 grams per kilometre of CO2. If you like the look of the 3-door Mini hatch, the changes made here are subtle enough to probably keep you loyal to this, its bigger stablemate. This F55 series 5-door hatch model is 161mm longer than the smaller F56 series stablemate, and it has 72mm of extra wheelbase. Otherwise though, key elements of Mini design remain intact. The clamshell bonnet, the upright windscreen, and yes, the round headlamps, which now feature full LED technology and can be ordered with optional matrix adaptive beams. Avoid the entry-level Mini 1 version. You can have this contrast coloured roof, while plusher trimmed versions feature larger 17-inch wheels like these. This is Sport Spec, which gives you a John Cooper Works aerodynamic body kit. You can also add a little trimming panel by the side indicator that can be customised using 3D printing with a particular pattern, or even your name. Time to take a seat at the wheel, where you're reminded that cabin quality in modern Mini models really is now the equal of any mainstream BMW that you might care to name. Now, if you haven't yet tried a post-2013 era 3rd generation F56 or F55 series Mini model, you might be surprised to find that this huge central display no longer functions as a speedo these days. Less characterfully, but more practically, that's been relocated to a pod in front of the steering wheel, where it's flanked with a crescent moon rev counter and a fuel gauge. All of this has freed up this central area for much more infotainical trickery. The screen is now 6.5 inches across the range as standard, but it's been upgraded here to 8.8 inches in size as part of the Navigation Plus pack, which includes all the latest Mini connected media features. Time to take a look in the back, and it might be helpful to give you some size perspective before we do that. Nearly half of the extra length you get with this F55 series 5-door hatch variant has gone into providing extra rear seat space, although to some extent the issue lies in getting to it. These extra rear doors are really pretty small, so squeezing in and out can be tricky. Inside, all that extra wheelbase length creates a cabin that's obviously a huge improvement on the cramped quarters provided by the 3-door model. Mini says that this 5-door variant delivers 10mm more headroom and 61mm more shoulder width, enough to make it possible to fit in the 3 belts back here that can't be accommodated by that smaller car. Let's finish by taking a look in the boot. With everything flat, a surprisingly large 941 litre load capacity area reveals itself. That's 210 litres more than you'll get in the 3-door model. This 5-door mini hatch offers super mini buyers shopping at the premium end of this segment something a bit different. More fun, more customisation, more technology, more mini. You'll either like the whole adventure or you won't, as is always the case with this Anglo-Teutonic brand. Looking back, it's extraordinary that it took the Mini brand so long to bring us this car. After all, over 70% of all sales in the small hatchback segment are of 5-door models. But many will feel that this F55 series model was worth the wait. For Mini faithful folk who need 5 doors but who don't really want an estate or an SUV, nothing else will be quite the same.